So today I'm going to talk about my Stitch Supply Advent Calendar for 2025. This is my first year participating. I always kind of question whether it's worth it or not. It's a little bit over $200, and most of the time I just procrastinated, and I did that also this year. And then they did like a last minute, like, okay, we have 10 extras. They had bought enough supplies so that in case anyone's got lost in the mail, they would send them a new advent calendar. And so once everyone had confirmed that they received theirs, they listed like 10, I don't know how many more in their shop, and I just like snagged one of those. So I'm really excited. I don't know about you, but most of the time when my family is trying to buy sewing related things for me, it's usually a mess. They either don't know what to get or they just don't. You look, there's 24 boxes in here. It was very fun, and I think it was definitely well worth it. Especially like as a mom with 2 kids, like, you know, we do all the magic for everybody else and we don't always have everyone thinking of us. So it's nice to have something for myself each day in December to open up, and they're all sewing related. So let's take a look inside. And then in the back, I haven't opened this yet, for day 25. Now, there's pajamas there, maybe. I would find it hard to believe it's a pattern of pajamas, but who knows? Oh, some really cute postcards. Designed by Rashida Coleman Hale. Movie Star Society. That's cute. I'm always looking for little papers or cards that I can put in packages when I mail people their quilts. So that's fun. These are pretty. These would be cute in a frame too if you wanted one hung up in your studio or by your sewing room. Okay, here we go. Let's dive in. Okay, on day 1 we got this really fun webbing. 4 yards of webbing. I was surprised. I was wondering why it felt so heavy. Also custom designed by Rashida again, who designed the whole box, like all the graphics on the days. The next day was a zipper and this hardware that went with it. And then you can tell this is leading up to something. The next day, a pattern by Knot and Thread. So there's a little card, and this is for the Stitch and Stash tote. And you just put in the code on the card and you get your free pattern. All right, I also received these really cute little scissors. They'll probably go in my hand sewing bag. All right. Next is this notebook, which, well, it's not really a notebook because inside it has like a to-do list side and then sticky notes, which is fun. I occasionally use sticky notes, but I don't like to keep them in my desk because when they're loose like this, they just get yucky or tossed around in the drawer. So this is fun. Definitely seems Japanese inspired. This was also a favorite. These playing cards with the new Alice in Wonderland line on it. So this is the front of the cards with Alice falling down the rabbit hole, and then all different designs pulled from that line of fabric. I thought it was a clever thing to include. So it's not technically a sewing notion, but it is still beautiful and fun. All right, this is a patch, Pedal to the Metal. This is probably one of the lower ranking things to me. It's fun, but I don't see myself putting this on something that I wear, and it's not really my aesthetic, the hardcore metal, you know, singer. But it's fun. All right, next we have these cookie cutters, which come with the outline for the cookie and then this like imprint to put on the dough after it's chilled a bit. And then the other one is a spool of thread with some buttons. Okay. Oh, this one, I do not have the fabric in here, but it was a pillowcase pattern, and it was Christmas fabric that was custom made. So it's essentially a panel that is the specific size for a pillowcase. All right, next there was a set of 3 pens, kind of Ruby Star Society color scheme. So this one says good weird. This one says I love you, now go away, so I can sew. And then this one says super famous Sparkle Mart. All right, day 17, Aurifil thread in what looks like gray, like a grayish white. Another one, this little keychain designed by KP Creates. It's like resin, little mushroom with a quilty pattern on the top of the mushroom. The little snail has a log cabin design on its back. Next, a, you know, not needle minder, pin holder. Oh, that was probably really loud. I'm sorry. So that when you're working, you can have your pins on here. This is that company, American Made. So all of their sewing notions are made out of like beautiful wood. They have some really nice hair markers. They even make thread stands, all different things. Really high quality. Some colorful pins for basting your quilts. Can never have enough of those. This one is by Metal Goose, and it is a rotary cutter of sorts. Not sure what circumstances you would use this, but maybe if you're going on a retreat, I don't know. So it is a rotary cutter, 28 millimeter, I believe. And then it also has a measuring tape in there. So you can tell in my reaction, I'm like not totally loving that one. I don't know. Maybe because I have little kids around, I would like really not want this to get in their hands. Okay, next, 2 fat quarters of fabric. And then, I haven't showed these yet. These are some really fun tags. These are by Lolly Tags in collaboration with Kimberly Kite. And they are iron-on with the big strawberries and sew-in tags. I really like this. I've been collecting my tags that I always have variety to choose from. But the like die cut shape, that's really fun. I haven't seen those before. Okay, more over here on my right. Here is another notebook. So this one is not posted, it's an actual notebook. Field Notes is a brand that does like durable notepads. Like, I don't know, you can bring them out hiking in the rain and stuff. But yeah, nice. I like the grid. That would be good for practicing quilts and stuff, or planning out a design. 19, we have a little kit for making a needle book, monogrammed, and the thread to go with it. So all in the same color scheme. Yeah, that's something different. I may use this fabric for something else. We'll see. I don't really use a needle book, but you never know. It's always nice to have a small project on hand. And 2 more things, I believe. Oh, I forgot about this. This is, what do they call it? For your thread. When you're hand stitching, like conditioner. Oh, I didn't open this before. It's a little cloth. Oh, this smells really good. Wow. I wish you could smell it. Maker Bee Lotion Bar, it says. An all-natural lotion blend that helps provide silky, protective hydration without feeling greasy. So that when you're hand sewing, you know, sometimes my thread will get a little tangled as I'm pulling it through the fabric. So if you use something like this, it's gonna go through much smoother. All right, and then I have this box, which has 2 different washi tapes with some Ruby Star Designs by Rashida again. This is from Oh Lucky Lucky, all the different Lucky Charms and such. And then the Japanese fish, like their flags. And another one on my desk, I forgot behind me, is a sticker from Maker Valley, which I do love their stuff. I wish this were cut around the heart though. I don't know, the big black box around it kind of bugs me. But I love their designs. I love all the little notions in there. I have seen this shirt and their other short sleeves, long sleeves and stuff. I have a few of their shirts actually, which are really soft and great apparel. If you're looking for sewing related clothes, they have tons of cute things. All right, let me zoom out a little bit. One more thing, this was also in there, which is a pressing spray. I use the one by Flatter, but I'm gonna give this a try. And I think it says fragrance free. The one that I use is, I'll show for comparison, is this one, Flatter in the scent Celebration. And I do really like it, but I have tried their other scents, and the, like, I think there's a pineapple one or yuzu, whatever one is in the yellow bottle does give me a headache if I'm using it for too long or something. So I'm gonna give this one a try. It is a smaller amount, but I'm sure that is just so that it would fit in this box. They probably come in bigger sizes. This is 3 ounces. So really, if you were flying, you're going to a retreat, you could bring this, right? 3 ounces. And then on the packaging of the advent calendar, there was an ornament on the front, which I thought is nice. The metal embossed ornament. And I hung it on my little tree that I put behind my desk. Okay, so to recap, I would say that my bottom tier items were the little keychain. I think they actually said they were calling it a zipper pull as a bag maker. I think that's a stretch because it doesn't have the element of the zipper that attaches through the teeth. So I'd still have to connect it to something else, and I think that just makes it really bulky. I can't count this as a zipper pull. Next would be, probably not surprised, this patch. Just not my style, and I don't see myself putting it on anything. And then, well, I don't sew with Aurifil thread. As a Juki junkie, I just sew with Glide. So I'd be giving this away to somebody. And this one also falls in the bottom for me. I think I need more of an explanation. There's probably a reason. There's probably a reason for like why and when you would use this. I need to find that out. And the notebook, I don't know. I don't really see myself, like, I'm not a notebook person, I guess. But overall, I think it was totally worth it. I had seen it in previous years. A friend of mine had bought it, and then she picked out all the things she liked and then the things she didn't like. me and my other quilty friend, we got to like go through and pick what we wanted. And for my top items, I would say definitely the tags. I love these. I love the unique strawberry shaped ones. I do like the pens. I like to have a fun pen in my purse. So that way, like if I'm at school and I need to sign something and you know, I don't have to use the pen that all the parents are touching from all the toddlers, germs spread it around. So I like to have a good pen in my purse. What else? Oh, the little scissors. I love those. The color is fun, the design, they're practical, and like they'll be easy to find in my hand sewing kit. Also the cards, that was a surprise. I thought that was a really clever idea and that it goes outside of the Sewing Notions family, but is still something practical. It's always nice to have a fun deck of cards. The cookie cutters, I'm in like a very practical phase of life, so I don't see myself using these, but I'm not gonna diss it because it was a clever idea. And around Christmas time, like, you know, everyone is making cookies, so that is fun. The webbing, absolutely great. The zipper tape with the 2 colors, I thought that was really clever. And you know, I love to sew with very colorful, bright colors, so that's a winner. Yeah, overall, I would do it again, definitely. The sign-ups, like pre-orders open in July every year, and usually they keep that open from July till September, and then they close the list so that they can order everything and nobody gets left out. So in previous years, they've also done customized items. So for example, you might get tags that say like made in Florida, or even items that had your name or initials on it, or whatever you put on your form as what you wanted it customized as. So yeah, that's it. That's everything that came in the Stitch Supply Company advent calendar. And now I have all these boxes and a big box. This is a very sturdy box that the whole thing was in. I have no plans for, but if I can reuse it, if I can find a way, I will. I'm putting away my Christmas decorations today, so if that can help store some things, I will use that. That's it. So hope you enjoyed seeing everything that was in the advent calendar, and Happy New Year.